And we are live. Sorry for the delay. I wanted to use my new Osmo Action 4 camera for the webcam because whenever I use my phone, I notice the sound sounds a little bit off. I've been noticing that with StreamYard. But I just want to say welcome to my live stream. This is going to be a weight loss pep talk live stream. Um, Keep going, don't give up. I'm just going to go into just anything I can think of to help you on your weight loss journey. Just making sure I'm live. Because it's going to be hard, but you can do hard things. Basically, what happens is you go through the journey and you get through the hard, and the hard is becoming disciplined, becoming consistent. Those are the two hardest things. First, you get motivated, then that motivation fades, and that motivation turns into discipline. And then once you get to that discipline, it's about being consistent with that discipline. And the hardest part of any weight loss journey is staying consistent. And this is where you got to light a fire from within. This is where your desire to succeed must outweigh your desire to stay the same. You have to really transform inner. It's an inner transformation. And you have to do this in a way of being in a positive light. Now, I hate the term toxic positivity. There is nothing toxic about being positive because our brains are designed to be incredibly negative. The only thing I see toxic here is being negative, putting down others, putting down yourself. This journey is about undoing all of the negative habits, all of the negative thought patterns to transform. You have to do it. That is where it all starts. And I knew when I first lost weight, I started off at 282 pounds. And then I lost 60 pounds very quickly with keto. And then I regained half my weight. That's when I knew, okay, this is not just about the weight loss. You got to go deeper. And that's when I really started honing in on my transformation, started going deeper to that inner transformation, that inner glow. Because I was always like working on myself, always through therapy, but I never added the spiritual aspect until later. Therapy will only get you so far. You know what I mean? Therapy is important, but as David Goggin says, your therapist isn't going to be with you 24/7. You are with you 24/7. That's where you have to start facing yourself from within. That's where you start conquering yourself. And there's like a few quotes I saw on Instagram. I'm just going to go on Instagram quickly. And just get it open and find those quotes. And it's a few of them like hard blind that. I'm just gonna make sure the volume's muted. But yes, hey Cheyenne, welcome to the live stream. Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. I appreciate you being here, girl, because I know you're on that journey, because that journey ain't easy at all. But what happens is it eventually gets easy. And when I say it gets easy, you just get stronger. It just becomes routine. You have to make this a habit. You have to transform all of your negative habits into a positive habit, because everything we do is habits. And once you make that change, it becomes easy. But that change is going to require more energy than you've ever put in your life. But once you put in and invest in that energy to change, and when I say energy, I mean take away the energy from the thoughts that say, I don't want to go to the gym. The thoughts that say weight loss is impossible. The thoughts that say, oh, I go on the scale and the scale doesn't move the way I like it. Well, what's the point? I want to give up. You have to have the energy to overcome that. And that energy is going to come from you telling yourself that you can do it, that you telling yourself that this is part of the journey. The scale isn't always going to move the way you want it to, but if you stay consistent long enough, it will. So this is where you hone in on the practices. This is where you focus on the routine. This is where you elevate yourself. If you're struggling with any personality trait that you wish to acquire, discipline. Everyone talks about how they lack discipline. I've always lacked discipline. It wasn't until I worked on discipline, reading books about discipline, watching YouTube videos on discipline, and focusing on becoming a disciplined person, that's when it happened. And discipline is created through habits. And the brain is your friend on this journey. The brain is how you overcome everything, because the brain is how you got to where you are to begin with. You got to start off from thinking to doing to becoming. I've been listening to lots of Joe Dispenza. So thinking, you start off with thinking, by countering those thoughts. Like the thoughts are going to happen, Negativity is going to happen. But what happens, what you got to work on with the negativity aspect is that you need to work on turning it around. So basically, when a negative thought comes, the more you practice this, it will become more of a habit. So a negative thought comes and you go on the scale. This is where the negative thoughts always come. It comes with the scale. You go on the scale and you're looking, or you look in the mirror and you're not liking what you're seeing. And then you have to change that negative thought. Let's say it's your gut, your stomach's big, or your stomach is, that's where you got to lose the weight. And when it comes to that, that's where you got to tell yourself, your stomach is doing the best it can. It's just trying to make you survive. It held on to those extra calories so you can use them in a future event. Your stomach is not bad. Don't talk bad about your body parts because your body's just serving you. That's all your body wants to do. Your body wants to serve you to support you. You got to think of your body as a servant, as Louise Hay talks about. Your body is a servant that just wants to serve you, that just wants to show up for you. And the reason why dis-ease happens, it's because of our mind. It's because of our brain, because we get caught up in the emotions of stress, the emotions of everyday life, the emotions of work, the emotions of kids, the emotions of being in relationships that are not healthy for you, or just being in relationships in general. Those emotions of stress become chronic, and no organism was designed to be in a state of constant stress. This is Joe Dispenza talking here because I've been programming this brain a lot because I've downloaded the app Gaia, it's called, and I've been listening to it a lot. I've been watching Rewired by Joe Dispenza. It costs like $10 a month, but it's really been helping me hone in on his principles of breaking the habit of being yourself. So basically what happens with the emotions of stress, we get addicted to it. And the emotions of stress, like the chemical signals that happen, that's why we get addicted to being in a bad relationship, being in a job that we don't like. That's why people struggle with change, because we get addicted to that adrenaline rush that happens with it. But you can also get addicted to the adrenaline rush that happens with change, the adrenaline rush of you surprising yourself and you showing up and showing yourself, oh my God, I can do this. I never thought I could do it, but I can do it. And that's what I got addicted to last year when I lost my weight with OMAD. I got addicted to showing myself that I can overcome, because for years I never thought I could lose weight, And the reason why I became successful because I never stopped. I started my weight loss journey in 2018, lost weight quickly, gained half that weight back after Christmas. That was my kryptonite. Christmas, lost weight with keto. Christmas came, and guess what I did? I ate all the carbs. Now, the carbs did not make me gain weight. What made me gain weight was I did not have a self-check system. When I was on keto, my self-check system was keeping my carbs at a certain number. When you eliminate a macronutrient group, guess what happens? You bring down your calories. So I didn't have a self-check system. I didn't know where to go because I tried the calorie counting thing. It didn't work. So I did macro counting in terms of doing keto, low carb. That helped because of all the metabolic things that were going on, putting myself in a low blood sugar state. I didn't know about that stuff back then. I only started learning as time goes. And then I lost control and I got back up to 260 pounds. And then I told myself, okay, you know what? Things need to change. I need to figure this out again. And that's when I lost the 30 pounds that I gained with regular calorie counting. I just did high protein. And then, of course, I hit a wall, as you guys know. I was stuck at 220 to 209 pounds 4 years. It only came to a point, like I was eating regular carbs and everything. But going back to Joe Dispenza, what I was talking about in terms of going from thinking to doing to seeing, and I always talk about how we're addicted to the emotions of stress. So we get addicted to these emotions of stress. We get addicted to an adrenaline, and then we get into the habit. We get into the habit of self-complaining. We get into the habit of self-loathing. We get into the habit of eating bad foods. We get into the habit of consuming negative content. We get into the habit of starting drama, some people on the internet. We get into the habit of just being not our best selves. But we can change that. And basically was saying no organism, this relates to weight loss, can stay in a chronic state of stress. If I look at my dog, something scares her, or like maybe not my dog because she's a predator, but let's say like a deer. A deer is being chased by a predator, a wolf, and it's in that state of chronic stress. So it's running. And then once they get away from the predator, if they do, that state of stress calms down, and then they go back to their regular thing. Now, with humans, our neocortex, so a part of our brain, is so powerful that we can induce stress through thoughts. That's why people struggle with anxiety. That's why people struggle with depression. It's our thoughts that bury us. So that's what happens. And basically, when we get into that repetitive system of stress, we're creating chemicals of stress. And we're creating these chemicals at a prolonged time. We cannot be in a state of stress for a really, really long time. Because if we do, that's when our brain and heart become out of balance. And when it's out of balance, that's when you get disease. You get a spike in cortisol levels. And that causes our body to not process insulin, like have the insulin cycle work properly. Our body becomes less insulin sensitive. And then, the stress gut, we start getting weight on our gut and we start becoming stressed on multiple levels. And then we turn to food, and then it's just a horrible cycle. But that cycle can be broken. I want you guys to know that. You can break that cycle. It can be broken. I've broken it. Many people have broken it. And in order to sustainably break it, you need to do the mental work. You need to just completely just challenge every thought that tells you no. So the key is negative thoughts are going to come. The way you become resilient to them is learning how to get yourself back to a state of calmness. And the way you do that is through meditation. I know a lot of people don't like meditation, but meditation is a powerful way to do it. I highly recommend looking at Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. He talks about all that, or anyone who's a meditation teacher. There's tons of meditation on YouTube. Like, I love YouTube. Like, I use tons of meditations to go to sleep, affirmations, just breathing and connecting with your breath and everything. Andrew Huberman has a podcast on breath and how we can use our breath to just calm down. I believe there was a woman, I forget her name, I heard it from somewhere. She said, we would solve most of our problems if people just breathe. We're not getting in enough oxygen because of stress. When we're stressed, we have shortness of breath and everything. So that's why I'm a big advocate of meditation. Meditation is powerful. You can just sit in a room and just do a body scan. That's how I first started off, a body scan meditation and just feeling different parts of your body. Cheyenne says, where is everyone in the chat tonight? It's quiet. I know. I don't know what's going on. I've been noticing my views have been down, and I've been noticing things have been going, but it's okay. I just keep showing up. That's what I do. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's showing up. Maybe because I was late, but it is what it is. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep talking. Eventually people will show up. Oh, there's 9 people. Oh, I didn't even look at the chat, but watching Sleepy. Hey, girl. Nice to see you. I'll just keep talking if my voice will help you go to sleep and you implanting what I'm saying into your mindset to help that. Yeah, it's 7:30 Sunday evening. That makes sense. It says I'm live right now. I don't want to click on it, but yeah, it's okay. I can keep talking. But yes, and this person says, thank you, I believe. Thank you. Thank you. Oops, I'm having issues here. Moo. Okay, so grateful to catch your stream. I'm in the UK. Oh my God, so I'm also so sleepy. Thank you for being here. It's about 11 there. 11 or 12 p.m. or 22, 23 o'clock. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm honored that you're listening to me while going to bed. Hey, Manny. Welcome. I'm here, baby girl. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I got to rewatch your live stream because I missed that. Like, I'm having problems with YouTube. I don't know what's going on. They're working on it because I got a survey, but I'm not getting a good homepage. Like, my homepage used to be lit. I always used to get like notifications from content creators I listen to. And now I'm getting like notifications from content creators I'm not even following. Like I want my subscription list to be highlighted. So like, I didn't even see your live stream until I saw your community post. So if you're a content creator out there, put up community posts. I don't know what's happening, but YouTube used to be so good with the entire homepage situation. I don't know. I don't know what happened. YouTube, fix it. Because I'm not getting notifications from, and even the big creators, because I would watch Greg Doucette a lot. I'm not noticing him on my homepage. I'll see Sam Sulek once in a while. You think I would see Sam Sulek a lot considering he's going like crazy, but I don't know what's happening. I'm not getting the content I usually have on my homepage. So I'm really mad I missed that live stream, but I'm going to go catch it when I like de-stress for the day. Oh, hey, Joseph. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome. Welcome. So let's talk about weight loss and the weight loss pep talk. I thought it was important to start with the mind because so many people neglect it. Because it's the mind that stops us, getting frustrated with yourself, and another thing I want to talk about, it's okay to maintain weight after losing a substantial amount of weight quickly. And if you start to maintain, that's okay. It's okay to maintain maintenance weeks. Trust me, girls, I'm a week before my period, best time to maintain. But I've been maintaining in a way where I'm eating tons of fiber and stuff. So I know when things start moving again, I will go down. But maintaining weight, and to me, maintaining weight, it's hard. Okay, for me, my body personally, maintaining weight is about 1 to 2 pounds, off 1 to 2 pounds. Some people might be more, but I don't fret over 1 to 2 pound difference because that can change during the day. It could change because I drank water. It could be changed because I didn't weigh myself a time that I did the day before. That's why it's so important to do it consistently, weighing yourself at the same time. But I want to talk about weighing yourself at the same time because I was watching Miss Maya's live stream, or she said, I don't know, I remember watching something and she was saying that she was not weighing herself daily because she wanted to focus on the habits. And sometimes I think that's important because sometimes the scale will mess with you, and that's where the emotion comes in. If you are not the point where you're tackling where those emotions have overcome and it's really hard and you're getting too attached to the scale, if you focus on the routine, just focus on being in a calorie deficit or just focus on whatever diet you're doing, focus on the practice and then weigh yourself and the weight will come down. If the weight is really getting in the way, because that can happen sometimes. But once you just get out of that mindset of where the scale stressing you out, get back to weighing yourself daily. I still think that's very, very important. But yeah, there are some days I don't like to skip because when I skip, I get anxiety because I feel like, oh my gosh, if I skip, I don't know what's happening. And then I go on the scale one day and it's 60 pounds up. That happened to me back in the day, when I would always, when I was pregnant, I remember I'd be like, I don't want to weigh myself. I don't want to weigh myself. I don't want to weigh myself. And that led on to years of I don't want to weigh myself until I went to the immunologist because I had lots of asthma. I had horrible, what do you call it? Food sensitivities to everything. I went to see an immunologist and they weighed me, and that's when I found out I was 282 pounds. And I was like, when did that happen? So yeah, I think it's important. Oh, hang on. It says, I know for me, weight loss came at a point in my life when I realized I really needed to put my happiness and health first in every aspect of my life. And that came with lots of other life changes. Yeah, you have to put yourself first. And I don't think putting yourself first is selfish. It is the most selfless thing you can do because when you put yourself first and you learn how to turn your struggles into love to yourself, you begin to get happy from within. And then all you want to do is project that happiness and love to other people. Anyone who's in a toxic mindset will spew out hate, anger, and toxicity constantly. It's okay to have a burst of anger or what have you, but someone who's in that state, they have not really done the inner work to change, because anyone that has done the inner work will be at a state of calm, and it's going to take time. It's not perfect, but yes, putting yourself first is the best thing you can do for humanity. I like to say inner peace creates world peace. Just like inner love creates love for one another. Next. Sorry, they're yelling about football right now, and I'm about to get mad. They need to quiet it down. They need to quiet it down, and I don't want to get up. They are too loud. They are too loud. Pick up your phone. Last time you would have experienced this was can you guys be quiet? I'm on a live stream. Sorry. Honestly. It's just football. Sorry. Buffalo Bills fans. Oh my gosh, everyone's going crazy about football. I will watch the later half of the game. I told them to be quiet. But yes, anyway, physical health and mental health, thank you, are definitely go hand in hand. Yeah, they do. They totally do. And it's just so important to work on that. Mental health and spiritual health. Add that. I think that's the missing piece. Do spirituality however you want to do spirituality. I think there's multiple ways to do spirituality. Me, I do it in multiple ways. Multiple ways. Like I dabble into other religions. I like the Eastern religion. I'm learning about the connection between all of the religions. It's really cool. But yeah, I think spiritual health is just as important. It's a mind body soul thing. Mind body spirit emotions in there, because emotion is a different kind of set. But yeah, you're the queen of OMAD keto. Thank you. And I'm using OMAD to lose weight. I am. It's just but I'm not using it as much. No. So like right now I can get away with doing like a couple of OMADs a week and I'll be fine. Cuz another rule of thumb, as long as you're losing 2 pounds a week, you're winning. Remember, those 2 pounds will add up at the end of the month. And the thing about OMAD, it's great, but it gets you addicted to quick weight loss. And that's always not going to happen, because the lower you get or the more muscle mass you put on and the less body fat you have, you're not going to be losing weight as quickly. So that's the only negative I'll say about OMAD. It gets you really addicted to fast weight loss. So in my head, I'm like, oh, the scale is staying the same because I'm eating normally right now. I'm fasting for about 18 hours still. 18 hours, 19 hours, I fast. That's like my good time. So basically I stop eating around like 6:37 and I start eating in the afternoon, 1 or 2. So I just like that. It's easier for me. If I do eat in the morning, I would do it OMAD style, and I will only do it because I need the energy for a workout. If it's like a heavy leg day or something, and if I do eat, it would be something very, very quick and energy consuming. But yeah, I do love keto OMAD. I do. It helps. You can do it with regular OMAD, but keto and I are just, my body just does well in a state of ketosis. And I think it's because I have so much inflammation from all of the health issues I've dealt with. And keto was the only thing to really help kickstart my weight loss journey. I started off my weight loss journey with the common sense diet. And then what always happens, I get stuck. There's always something I get stuck in. Like I lost about 10 pounds, just, eating more vegetables. Then I got stuck. And then that's when I introduced keto. And then I lost 60 pounds. And then I got stuck. And then I just wasn't doing keto properly. I was just all over the place. And then after that, I ended up finding OMAD. And then I did keto OMAD because in my head, I'm like, oh, I lost weight with keto, might as well do it with keto OMAD. And then keto OMAD worked magic. But now I'm learning I can lose weight with carbs or without carbs. I can do it all, but it's easier for me to do it without carbs. And I think it makes sense, So I'm learning how to carb cycle. And right now I'm having carbs because, again, I'm following like Dr. Mindy Pelz's thing. And the carbs I'm having is pure vegetables. Yeah, I have not had anything that has not been vegetables. Maybe a bit of wheat. What did oh yeah, some taco shells. They were keto. One of them wasn't in my meal prep, but that was like the only thing I had that wasn't vegetables or fruit. So I've been eating bananas lately. Bananas, my physiotherapist is the one who told me to eat a banana because he's like, the potassium in it would help. It's been helping a lot. And I saw Sunny Andrews, she's an IFBB pro. She started eating bananas. She had a bunch of bananas. There's something about bananas that gives you that kick if you're working out a lot. I bought organic bananas because I notice when I buy organic fruit, it tastes better, especially with sweet potato. So yeah, I've been having lots of sweet potato. Again, I went to Costco today and bought my quinoa salad. I don't know if they have it in the States, but it is amazing. Just look at the ingredients. There's tons of ingredients on it, but nothing is too crazy. It's all natural. Maybe, what is sodium phosphate? I feel like that's a salt. I'm pretty sure it's a salt. I always see that in all the food. It's probably like a preservative. Sodium. Like, I like to look at the ingredients because I want it clean, clean, clean. Because again, I talked about this, how it destroys the mitochondria, messes you up. Is it generic? Oh, it's a salt, yeah. That's what I thought. hmm So if you see sodium phosphate in foods, it's fine. I think so. It's just a salt that they use in preservatives in food to make it last longer. But this Costco quinoa salad has me good. My digestive system is on fire. I will spare you the details. You guys can put two and two together. But it is on fire, just regular. I feel good. I feel light. Even going into my period, I feel light. So that's like a good thing. So I highly recommend getting that fiber. Best sources of fiber. What are the best sources of fiber? Vegetables, fruits, certain types of breads. Psyllium husk is a great way to get in fiber, but it's better to get in fiber with a food instead of a supplement. Psyllium husk is derived from plants, but fiber, just fiber it up. Fiber is awesome. It's good. I love fiber on a weight loss journey. It is your friend. It is your friend, especially if you're eating carbs. It is your friend. I'm gonna go have my salad, my sweet kale salad. Like I love it. I feel good because my focus is to feed my gut microbiome because I completely destroyed it. Um, let's see what Manny says. Once I get to 75 pounds of my goal weight, I'm switching to keto diet and up my training. That's a good idea. I hope it works. It should work out for you. I love using keto in the gym to cut because it's a good diet to help preserve muscle. It really is. Is it the best diet to build muscle? No, but you can use keto to cut and it preserves the muscle because when you're in ketosis, it preserves muscle. It just does its magic. That's why a lot of bodybuilders, I know not a lot, but I know a few who are started using keto to help them cut. But it's a great diet to cut because it gives you the energy and you're not killing your muscle mass. So that's like, I love keto. I love keto for that. But yeah, I just want to talk about other roadblocks that might come up on your weight loss journey. It's long, it's exhausting. Oh, I just thought of something. Because I thought of you, Manny, when I thought about this. On your weight loss journey, because I've done this, like it may not be for everyone. I know people who've reached their goal by saying they will, but I think it's best to not put a time goal on your weight loss, on losing a certain amount of pounds. It can work if it's like a small amount. Maybe you're saying, okay, by the end of the week, I'm going to lose 2 pounds. That's great. But I made the mistake. I had a journey. If you looked at one of my old videos, I remember like Journey to Wonderland. It was like June. And I told myself I was going to lose 30 pounds by September and I wanted to be in Wonderland. This is like way back in 2000 when I was living in Toronto. I think it's best not to put a timestamp on a weight goal for your journey. Why? Because when you don't reach that goal, it's a big hit to your confidence. It can hit you pretty hard. I think the weight will come off when it comes off. And it's not that the weight's like not coming off. What's blocking it is you. It's your mindset. It's your mental state or your habits. It takes a long time to make those changes unless you're doing OMAD. That's the thing about OMAD. Things come really quickly with OMAD. But I had that problem. I was losing weight fast, but my brain was not catching up. And I'm still working on my brain. But I think it's best to not put an extreme time goal on your weight loss journey, just in the case of being disappointed. Now, that being said, if you hit that goal, oh my gosh, all of the endorphins you'll feel, all of the good things. That's just from my personal experience. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'm literally not thinking. I mean, I didn't write anything down. There were some Instagram quotes I wanted to look at quickly. Hang on. I'm just gonna go because there's some. I gotta learn how to do like the screen where I can share stuff, so I can do that. I'm just gonna go to my saved. But there are some good quotes in here that I like to save that really motivate me. Oh, this one's really good. Your competition isn't someone else. Your competition is the attitude, habits, discipline, and choices you have to make on a daily basis. That is so true. That is your competition. Your competition, it's you against you. It literally is. It's not you against anyone else. It's you competing against the old you, trying to defeat the old you, the you that's been holding you back, the you that got you to your highest weight. Your competition is to annihilate that you and to be reborn. It's to be reborn stronger, be reborn in a way that you do have that discipline. You are the person you say you want to be. That is the competition right there, is to outcompete yourself, is to do better than yesterday. And I don't just mean physically with the scale. Like, for example, let's say you were losing weight and you're lighter than the day before. That's great, but the scale stops. Does that mean you didn't beat yourself? No, because if the scale stops and you still continue on with your habits, that's you still out competing yourself and being better than you were yesterday. Because I'm sure there was a time in the past when you didn't see a result on the scale, you would be like, well, what the heck? Let me just give up. This isn't working. And you just throw in the towel. Trust me, I've done that plenty of times. But if you can keep going through that, that's a win. That's a win. Hang on, I'm just reading a few other quotes in the gym. Yeah, that's the same thing. It doesn't get easier, you get stronger. It feels like it gets easier, but you definitely get stronger. Ooh, this one's I like this one. This is a hard one. But it's real. It's straight up. And that's like what I like about Goggins. David Goggins is straight up. He's not looking for clout. He's not looking for anything. He just wants to help people, you know? And he doesn't name names. He just focuses on trying to make you better. And this quote reminds me of him. Hard pill to swallow. The only thing holding you back is your inability to do the work that you know you need to do without witness or immediate reward for a long enough period of time. Without witness and immediate reward. That's the thing. We have to learn how to move forward even though there is no reward. Because what you have to tell yourself is that the reward is on its way. You have to master the art of delayed gratification, and you can do it. Because those who master that are successful in multiple areas of life. It's the lack of delayed gratification and wanting stuff now is what gets us to where we're at today, or gets us to our highest weight. We're wanting it now. We're eating the food now. That's me trying to get rid of that emotion. I want to get rid of it now, so I'm just going to eat and eat and eat. No, you get rid of that emotion by doing the inner work and facing it. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I had a very intense session last night with myself, just doing some inner work, and I cried. I don't cry enough, so I'm learning to cry, and crying is healing. And I cried, and that's when I knew. And then I woke up today, and I'm like, we're ready. Let's go. Let's get this. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep moving forward. That session of crying was my session of healing, my session of releasing the emotions that I'm letting trapped inside. And that's what happens to a lot of us. And it does destroy us from within. But when you release those emotions and you forgive yourself for making the mistakes, you forgive yourself to getting to the highest weight, you forgive yourself for staying in a relationship you're not happy with, you forgive yourself for those things because you're just trying to do the best you can with what you have, you know? So that's another thing, is to just dive deep on that level. Okay, I'm going to see what else I can talk about. The chat is pretty quiet. I've been talking for 33 minutes and I don't have any pain. But I just want to say, if you have any questions, drop them below. But make sure you hit the like button, guys, as it helped me out. Now, let's think about some constructive things. Let's say you're trying to start your habit of working out. That's the hardest habit to do. Everyone's like, how do you stay consistent with exercise? This is how I fell in love with exercise. This is my story. I fell in love with exercise, and it started off with home workouts. I did Bodies, formerly known as Beachbody, by Autumn Calabrese 80-day obsession. It was a workout program that was 80 days because it takes about 3 months, 90 days. Same thing, a little bit 10 days off. It takes about 90 days to really make a habit come into existence. So that's how I fell in love with workout, was doing that program, waking up every day at 5:30, pressing play by 6 o'clock a.m., getting in the workouts. The workouts were only about 45 minutes, and then ending, then waking up my son, taking him to daycare, and then me going to school. I did that repeatedly over and over and over and over again. And then I fell in love with exercising. And I thank that program and Autumn Calabrese and the entire whole Beachbody thing for getting me into loving exercise. Because before that, I would be a seasoned exerciser. I would literally only exercise from January to May. lose the 20 pounds I gained from being in university, the freshman 15, and then I wouldn't exercise. It wouldn't be a habit. I was that person. I would only like exercise for 3 months and then I would stop. That program changed my life and made it consistent. Now let's break down that program and why did it do that? The reason why that program did that, it had all of the habit hacking tools. It had a calendar. So I would print out the calendar and I would check off each day I would complete. Number two, it progressively got harder. And as it progressively got harder, I noticed I progressively got stronger. And that was motivating in itself. And I knew that during the hard days, if I couldn't finish one exercise, like it would be divided into different, like upper body, lower body cardio, and like a really hard one. If I couldn't complete the hard one this week and I went and completed it the next week, I saw change. I saw progress, and that motivated me to keep going when you start seeing those results. So it did that. Number two, the repetition of, pressing play, connecting it to my TV, and Autumn being like, hey, welcome to 80 Days Obsession, doing the warm up, just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that literally just made me fall in love with exercise. Why? Because I loved how it made me feel. I loved how it showed me that I can do hard things. And she was so motivational throughout the program. She would always be like, you can do hard things, get through it, as we're like doing like the hardest, like, plank jack or like mountain climbers, like getting through it. She would motivate me along the way. That's the thing. The programming that they do and the motivation you get with these programs. I remember Shaun T's program. It was, oh my God, Transform 20, a very hard step program. I never did his original program that everyone talked about, but doing that program, just Shaun T just getting you through, sharing like difficulties in life, and it just gets you through. Like when you have someone imprinting, quotes, people are like, oh, quotes are cheesy. I don't think quotes are cheesy. I love quotes. I remember when I started to just change my mindset with weight loss, I would constantly read quotes like this on Instagram, and they're getting better. Just constantly reading quotes, researching quotes, writing them down, helping them, getting me through, saving photos of people who, have like good quotes underneath their captions. Like, stop waiting for everything to be perfect to be happy. Like things like this, the magic cannot leave you when it's in you, just it gets easier with experience. Give yourself time to learn and grow. That is motivating to me because when I'm going through a hard time and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is frustrating. Why can't I get it right? Why can't I stick to the discipline? Like these quotes remind me, like it's so important to just bombard your head with this stuff with whatever way you choose. Like this is the way I do it. You can do it that way too, or find other ways to do it. It's constantly just bombarding your head. That's what it is. That's the secret to weight loss. Telling yourself that you can do it because you can do it. You can resist that urge to stray off. You can do it. Just imagine yourself. Repetition in the mind. Like wake up first thing in the morning. This is a great meditation. It's a visualization. So wake up first thing in the morning. And the first thing you're going to do is close your eyes and visualize everything you're going to do to make your weight loss journey happen. You're going to visualize you setting up time to go to the gym and exercise. You're going to visualize you sticking to a calorie number or sticking to your nutrition plan, whatever it may be. You're going to visualize you resisting the urge to go in the fridge and eating whatever your desired urge to eat, whatever you want to eat. You're going to do that visualization and you're going to do it continuously. You're going to write down your goals, write down your why. Why are you doing this? And your why needs to be deep. It can't just be, oh, I want to be hot. Like that's a bonus, but it has to be deeper. Why? Why do you want to do it? You want to do it for your health. You want to do it for your self-esteem. You want to do it to show yourself that you can get through anything in life. If you can lose weight, you can get through anything because losing weight is hard nowadays. It is not easy with everything that's going on. To show yourself that you can transform because it's not just a journey of weight loss. It's a journey of deep transformation. It's a journey of unlearning to relearning the habits that will get you to where you want to be in life. It's a journey to creating your life, the life you want. And it starts off with showing yourself that you can do something you never thought you can do and that you can maintain it. It's visualization. Even Louise's journey talks about it. She's like my favorite weight loss YouTuber. She talked about many times in many of her videos that she does visualization. She always visualized herself when she was 200. She's about my height. We're actually the exact same height. We're 5'7" and 3/4. I talked to her. I used to talk to her a lot here and there. I still talk to her sometimes on Instagram, rarely, but she's like on my favorite list for Instagram. But she was like at almost 270 pounds. And she would said like when she was like working out and stuff, and I watched her journey from day one, she lost 100 pounds really quick. And she just did it with reducing her calories. I think it was 10 months she did it. She lost 100. She started on January 1st. Was it 2020? I can't remember. I think it was. Yeah, because she says it's been 4 years since she's lost the weight. January 1st, 2020. She's now lost over 120 pounds. She's done a bodybuilding competition, and she's just like one of my favorite inspirations. And I watched her do it on Instagram, and she said she would visualize herself every day. She has a documentation all on YouTube. She would show the calories. You know, she would use Skinny Food Co. And she's now even sponsored by Skinny Food Co. now, and she's able to make a living off of YouTube. She's got like 100 and I think almost 150K subscribers. Obese the Beast did a video on her. She was once a Greg Doucette affiliate. I don't know, sponsor. I think she was a sponsored athlete. Greg Doucette has done videos on her. Way back in the day when Greg Doucette used to do, you know, I know he does things have changed, but I miss the old Greg, because Greg always used to do videos on his followers and do like, what is my body fat percentage? And he would like showcase people who've lost a lot of weight and put on a bunch of muscle, just following his circle diet, Seco, eating high protein, like the voluminous foods. I learned all about that through Greg. Like Greg has been a big part of my weight loss journey. He was like the first one that introduced me to the fitness space. It was Greg. I wasn't watching any of these other people. Way back in the day, he was talking about all of this. I just didn't understand the parrot voice and everything, but it worked. But yeah. Oh, I'm missing some comments. Hey, Julie, welcome. Hi, Daniela. Nice to see you. Just started my weekly fast. 2 days, no eating, just protein drinks. Ooh, I'm so excited for you. That is so cool. I definitely want to do a protein fast. I know you told me that, but I'm so excited for you. That's such a good fast. I'm so excited for you. How many protein drinks do you have a day? I'm curious. Shanti just launched a new weightlifting workout. It is fire. Did he? Shanti is great. I love Shanti. His story is phenomenal. He shared some deep stuff on Instagram. He's dealt with a lot of mental health issues, things that I can relate to. He's the man. Like, he's the man. Shanti's amazing. I love Louise also. Yeah, Louise is amazing. I absolutely adore her. She's just so incredibly, like, she's helped a lot of people lose weight. There needs to be more fitness influencers like her out there. Like, she should have way more subscribers than she has. And she's always said she knows how to grow quickly, but she doesn't want to play that game, you know, of just clickbaity drama stuff. But her channel is a load of information. And again, she kind of follows the Greg Doucette philosophy, voluminous food. She would make her pita pizzas, or she would have like a big salad. She would make these giant salad bowls, and they're like 300 calories. Like, fiber is the way to go if you want to just lose weight in another way, you know, without doing the metabolic switch and stuff. But yes, I wish I knew what that said, but thank you. I drink 4 protein drinks daily. Okay. And they are 240 calories. Oh, that's awesome. That is a fast. 4 times. Yeah, that is a fast. That's pretty good. But good on you, girl. I love that. And it's probably so filling too. I want to try that. They are 140 calories each, 4 drinks. Okay. 140. Are they special protein shakes, or you just do any? Like, do you just do any that you have, or does it have to be a specific one? Because I kind of want to do that. I wish I can understand that. Thank you. I hope it's good. I don't know. I'm not sure what language that is in. I don't know if that's Cantonese, or I'm not sure. I loved when she did the one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she was crazy for doing that. I love when she did the 1,000. Oh my God. Yeah. I talked to her the next day. I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, her feet she was so sore. She was so sore. She was crazy for doing that. Oh my goodness. I remember she was super sore. I translated it. It says good morning. Oh, thanks. Good morning. Okay. Thanks for that. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thanks for the translation. I meant the internet translated. Oh, it did? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I buy them. Okay, so there's specific kinds. That's interesting. I think if I try it, hang on. They're called pure protein. They're 140 calories each. I drink 2 at noon and 2 at 5 p.m. I'm just gonna look. Oh, I think I've seen that before. I think I know. Oops. Oh yes, I know that brand. Okay. So I've seen that brand before. So essentially you can just it's like this is the picture I have here on Amazon. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the picture I have. Yeah, you can. Is it that brand? So if it's that brand, then can basically use the protein shake I have, and it's 100 and yeah, yeah, I can basically use what I have if I wanted to do that. I definitely want to do what does she call it? Dr. Mindy Pels calls it protein. Oh my god, protein cycling. Protein cycling. So basically, you come off a fast and you just like have protein every 2 hours, 30 grams of protein every 2 hours. That's going to help with muscle and stuff. But yes, it's my first time seeing it. Thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here for the live stream. I really appreciate it. I really do. Welcome to the live stream. That is so cool. Yeah, I guess I'm at a time where it's I don't know. I'm assuming it's on the other side of the world. So, what time is it in? I don't know. What's a Central Asian city? Beijing? I don't know. Is there a Central Asian city? What time? Oh yeah. Okay. So it's about 8:57 a.m. in the morning. That's so cool. I was like I was on a binge of watching videos in Asia, in Korea, in China. I'm like I just want to go to Asia. I just want to go. I just like I love the food. Asian food's my favorite food. Real Asian food. And like the culture is just so different. Japan, like it just seems so cool. I just want to go. It would be nice. It would be nice. And I love seafood. And I'm eating a lot of kimchi right now. That's Korean. Lots of kimchi. I never bought sauerkraut. That's German. But I'm eating tons of kimchi, fermented food for my gut. And I feel really good. And it's helping my brain. Like, I don't feel as fatigued. Today, I may have pushed it a bit. I worked out for 2 days in a row. No symptoms. I'm very happy. What I go through is pretty damn hard. And it's really frustrating it's taking this long. But I know it can take long. Alberta is the only province in the country that does not give benefits for up to 5 years. If you get into an accident, like it's the insurance policy in BC or in Ontario, you get 5 years to recover and you get like full-on insurance coverage for it. Alberta's 2. That blows my mind considering drivers here are atrocious. But that shows me it can take a really long time to heal. Like my accident, like certain people, they have to learn how to walk and stuff. And like sometimes I beat myself up because I'm like, why is it taking me so long? Like, why? And everyone's like, hello. These are people that have seen car accident victims. And they're like, it takes time. The brain does what it does. Like the body takes time. It is what it is. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. And I was just, all I want to do is work out. I couldn't work out for a good month because of fatigue and all of that. But when I took a break and I started like eating gut health stuff and, had my wisdom tooth surgery, that didn't help things out. But I took a break and I really started focusing on the gut health because I was doing so much research on the gut microbiome. And that helps with the mitochondria too. I'm feeling a little bit better. So fingers crossed that I can continue this on. I just want to be healthy. I just want the energy I have because I'm a very highly energetic person. Let me tell you what I was doing before the car accident. I would wake up, I'd walk my dog for about an hour, and then I would work out for about 45 minutes, and then I would go to work and work on the tools. I was a new home construction plumber. So a new home construction plumber, you're working in new houses. I was doing like rough-ins with like, where the houses are not fully built. But I loved finishing because then I would like install like fancy sinks and install anything with water. I loved going to the $1 million homes. I would like visualize myself in a $1 million home and be like, this will be mine one day. So I would be on my feet all day. And then after that, I would go walk the dog and do the same thing. Like, I'm a very highly energetically active person. So when I'm not able to do that, it really messes with my mental health. It really does. But I'm just so grateful that the last 2 days have been great. I've been so grateful that my muscle didn't disappear. I posted a photo on Instagram, and my one friend Mish, she's like, "Girl, I still see the muscle." I'm like, "Thank God," because I put on a bit of fluff, and I was shocked to see my quads and my VMO. I was like, "They're still there." I thought they died on me, but yeah, I'm trying to get into the mood of filming. I don't like filming at the gym because I feel like I'm a complete a-hole and I feel like I'm in the way. There's one gym I go to, like I go to two Good Lives. I might drive 30 minutes and go to the one down in the deep south, the big one. But when I go to Richmond, people, I feel so bad. They're so nice. They will like jump over my camera. I'm like, you guys don't have to do that. Like, I'm the a-hole that's filming. And then with the other gym, it's just awkward filming because people look at you. And I'm like, I'm doing this for social media. I've always filmed my workouts. I used to work out from home. I had to start working out at the gym because my physios wanted me to. And now I'm just stuck at working out at the gym, which is fine. It's okay. But I do miss home workouts because I used to dance in between sets and I would always used to dance. I try not to do that. There's this one guy at the gym. He full on does his whole dance routine. I'm like, boo, do you? Do you? I love it. He's just dancing away. And people know him and people don't even really stare at him. I love it. Do your thing. I love dancing in between sets. It's a great way to recover. Instead, I'm like cussing, talking to myself, being like, "Rrr." But the gym is hard for me to go to. I go because I enjoy it, but it's hard to navigate being around. Like I like to go in hours when people are not around because it's just I can't with my concussion in my brain. It's like I don't want to step on somebody. Like I don't want to do something. It's hard to explain, but when you have a concussion, it's a lot on your brain. It's just too much to process. So I get overwhelmed. So I try to like calm myself down. I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. But I'm hoping I can get up again and do my 5 a.m. workouts because the gym's empty. Or I found an hour. It's between 9 and 12. 9 and 12 is when the gym isn't too busy on a weekday. So if I can sneak in there, that would be great. But I do miss my home workout. Julie says, I lose between, oh, wow, 5 to 9 pounds for those days. Yes, it is the brand you showed. Okay, that's cool. Okay, good. Then that means I can use, I thought it was like a specific thing, but that's a brand that I've seen at the store. So that means I can definitely use my protein brand. But that's crazy. Good for you, girl. I'm so proud of you. It's probably such an easy fast too. I want to try it. You know what? I really want to try it. I'm going to do my research and I definitely want to try a protein fast. That sounds amazing. And that's definitely going to make you make that metabolic switch. It will. Because of the thermogenic effect of food. But the thing is with protein, what I learned from Dr. Robert Lustig, when you consume protein, let's say you said your drink's 140 calories, your body itself is not actually consuming those 140 calories. You're actually consuming less because it takes more calories to burn to process protein than it does to consume it. So if you're consuming 140, you're probably netting, I think he said it's like 30%. I'm not going to do the math. Well, I guess I have my phone now. So I think he said up to 30%. So let's do 140 times 0.3. You are pretty much netting 101 calories per each drink. That's a rough estimate. There's a whole math that he can do. And that's why he's against the whole calories in, calories out thing, because he says calories he's not saying they don't matter, but they're not precise in terms of how the body absorbs. Like when you eat fiber, that's why I'm eating tons of fiber right now. A lot of those calories are translated to the gut microbiome. They're eating those. Basically, fiber creates a web, and a certain amount of calories go to your gut microbiome, and then they produce things to help you out. They help, it's a symbiotic relationship. They live in our gut, and they're nice and safe and happy, and we get products from them. They digest our food. They digest vitamins. They, help regulate our insulin. They help their serotonin's produced in the gut. Maybe that's what I'm doing well this time around. Yeah, that's another thing, brain. It helps with all of that. So yeah, that's why he's like the whole calorie thing. And then he talks about fats, how trans fat is processed differently than regular fat because trans fat kind of like stays in your system. So that's, now I'm understanding when these people say calories in, calories out don't work. I get it now. But it doesn't mean I'm going to tell anyone to not count their calories because I still think it's a great self-check system, but if we can find a better system to accurately represent the amount of calories that we're actually consuming, that would be great. But it doesn't matter. Just know if you're consuming lots of protein and you're keeping that carb low, you're going to be consuming less. You do carnivore, you're actually going to be consuming way less. You do keto, you consume less. If you eat lots of fiber with carbs, you consume less. That's why high fiber diets work. That's why when Greg Doucette pushes the high voluminous foods, because when he says that, he's pushing foods high in fiber, right? So that's why it helps people. You consume less and you stay full. So yeah. Should I drink more? It depends on how you're feeling. It's a fast, right? So if you are feeling good, go for it, because you're only doing it for 2 days. Like it's technically a fast. It's not like you're doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end. So keep going. I feel like it's helping you out. If you feel good, if you're not having any crazy adverse effects, yeah, but probably you got to realize the more weight you lose, you can actually increase your calories, because what happens when you are at a heavier weight, your BMR is pretty low. As you lose the weight, your body's going to demand more food from outside. That's why you see these like skinny, like muscular, I can't say skinny, but these muscular girls who are able to eat 4,000 calories and still stay fit. It's because their metabolisms have like boosted up. But yeah, you're going to need to, just see how it is. But 9 pounds is a lot. That is a lot, but you can afford to eat more and see how it works for you. Definitely see how it works for you. My stomach gets flatter when I do this, I notice. Because you're in the metabolic switch. That's what I love about these diets. It targets the stomach, the most problematic fat ever. The fat that's responsible for all the diseases. The fat, that's where our body stores it. Again, don't get mad at your body for doing it. Just like Louise Hayes said, your body, it's just protecting yourself. But yes, when you lose weight, I know they say you can't target, or they say you can't target where you lose weight. Yeah, if you do the metabolic switch, you can. I know. Even Julia Renee, the IFBB Pro, when she switched to keto, she's like, I noticed this time around, my abs came in before everything else. That's because she did keto. It targets belly fat. Dr. Mindy Pals has tons of videos on it. It targets belly fat. That's why I love it. That's why I love it. And that's a good thing that you notice that's happening for sure. I love that for you. I'm so happy for you, Julie. Keep rocking, girl. Keep rocking. You've inspired me to do this. I really want to try it because I need lots of protein. Protein is like the healing molecule if you're injured and banged up and all messed up. It's also a good molecule to help lose molecule. It is a molecule, right? It's also a good macronutrient to help with weight loss. But it's healing because everything's made out of protein. So I definitely want to try doing a fast like that. Just have a protein fast and drink a bunch of shakes and see how that works for me. But anyway, thank you for listening to my long-winded rant. I hope I was helpful. I hope I was encouraging, helping you guys stay on track and everything. Thank you. You will not feel tired. Plus, I drink lots of water. That makes sense. When I eat a lot of protein, I have water right here. I'm eating a lot of fiber. You still need a lot of water. Whenever a diet makes you need a lot of water, fat is metabolized via hydrolysis. I don't know if this has anything to do why we get thirsty a lot. I know when I'm on keto, I get thirsty a lot. I know it says I'm burning weight. I get thirsty a lot. That's why it's important to drink your water, because it's going to help you burn that fat and it's going to help you build that muscle if you're on a muscle journey. But yes. Oh, you're so sweet, Cheyenne. Yes, everyone hit the like button. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm hoping to do another one tomorrow. We'll see. I want to get live streams going because for some reason YouTube wants me to do more live streams. I don't know. I'm just noticing not YouTube, but my audience wants me to do more live streams. So I'm getting more views with my live streams. But we're going to see. I'm trying to push out more content here. But thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a lovely night or a good morning wherever you are in the world. Take care. Bye.